in terms of tackling security, there is lack of political will.
Beyond the headlines.
Who are the sponsors of insecurity in this country?
From breaking news to everyday conversations, this is where Nigeria's conversations begin. We track the issues shaping Nigeria and the world today. The world is talking, and we're listening. This is Trends on LJE News.
Hello and welcome to yet another edition of Trends on LJE News, where we bring you the latest and developing stories in and across Nigeria and Africa. My name is Omotola Adeleke. And of course, I will not be doing this alone. I have my guest in the studio, Mr. Shadrach. You're welcome to the studio, sir.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, viewers.
All right. Barrister Meme, you're welcome to the show, of course.
Good morning, Nigerians. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you very much, Barrister. Esther is also right here with us. Esther, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good morning, Nigeria.
All right, so don't forget you can be a part of our growing online community by hitting that follow, like, and share button right now on all platforms at LJE News. Let's quickly run through our headlines for this edition of Trends. DHQ concludes probe of 16 officers over alleged coup plot. Soludo shot Onitsha Main Market for 1 week over sit-at-home defiance. APC debunks rumors of Shettima's replacement ahead of 2027. And we also have this one saying the APC chieftain fault Musawa's VP remarks once against divisive politics ahead of 2027. Ganduje assures Abba Yusuf of APC automatic ticket, predict landslide victory in 2027. POS operator killed in road accident during FRSC chase in Abuja. Now let's move on to the lead story. The Defense Headquarters DHQ has concluded its investigation into 16 military officers arrested in October 2025 over alleged acts of indiscipline, including claims of plotting to overthrow the federal government. This was disclosed in a statement issued on Monday, January 26, 2026 by the Director of Defense Information, Major General Sumaila Uba. According to the statement, the investigation report has been forwarded to the appropriate authorities in line with established military regulations. The Armed Forces of Nigeria said the probe found that some officers engaged in activities inconsistent with the ethics, values, and professional standards of the military, including actions capable of undermining constitutional authority. The DHQ added that officers found to have cases to answer will be arraigned before relevant military judicial panels for trial in accordance with the Armed Forces Act and other applicable service laws. I would have to throw this question to Barrister Meme first and foremostly. Now, this alleged coup was initially denied by the military. Just like when the Nigerian police officers denied the abduction of over 170, churchgoers. Does this talk about lack of transparency in the military ranks or even in the security agencies at large?
Well, I would not really want to speak much into this issue because we already had I had a conversation about it in the past about this issue. We knew that something of that nature happened, but they choose to make the kind of statement they made. But today it's coming out to the public. That's again borders on the issue of transparency and accountability in our system. We tend to make so many things so secretive. This is a country we are running, and this country does not belong to a family or rights of people. It is a country. It is a country. It belongs. Everybody deserves information to know about what is going on. It is because of inability to tackle, to do the right thing that makes them to be running into this. But for those who are involved in this, of course, they must face the full wrath of the law.
All right, barrister. Okay, so quickly, Mr. Shadrach, could this alleged attempt to organize a coup have a deeper meaning? Especially, do you think there's a level of frustration in the military? Do you think there's a poor welfare, especially when it has to do with our security agencies? Does it reflect leadership failure in Nigeria, of course?
Well, all I can say is anytime there is attempted coup d'etat or coup, any coup, skirmishes about coup, it is not emanating from lack of leadership from the military itself.
Okay.
It's actually usually dissatisfaction of the leadership style and governance of the political class, not just the military. So in this case, just like you said in your opening remark, it was denied. But I think now it is obvious to everybody that this thing really happened. For me, what I took out was, Barrister may have said lack of transparency, but there is something even more deeper and worrisome than lack of transparency, which is some ethnic and tribal coloration with which our people react to issues of weightier consequences like this. I am pretty sure history showed if an Igbo man, somebody from the south was there, if there was a Chukwuma there or Ikechukwu in that list, it would have been branded an Igbo coup. The narrative would have been different. If you look at purely, it is purely people from the northwest, north central, and just the northerners. Now nobody said it was a northern coup against the southwesterner. If it was 5 Igbo people that were there, it would have been branded something else, give a dog a bad name so you could kill it. But I am even happy that they are professional about it. But let us be mindful so that tomorrow, if anything of that happens, you will not use it to paint an ethnic brush on a whole tribe or a whole ethnic.
But these are 16 officers, some of which are even senior military officials.
Yes.
Does this show that there's a level of fragility? Is the military fragile at this point? Can anything happen at this point?
The military is not actually fragile. It is just a dissatisfaction of the poor governance in the country that they are. Anytime you see military wants to strike.
So you're saying there's no issue with the military ranks itself. It's all political for these people who are allegedly planning to overthrow the government.
Exactly. It's lack of leadership, because if you have senior military officers tampering with the welfare of junior officers, it is for the political class to fix. You have a chief of army staff appointed. You have a chief of defense appointed, minister of defense appointed. If the people have been ranting in social media, our military men in the bushes fighting insecurity have been coming out, we see that we roasted yam for a whole week to eat. What is the president doing? All he's interested is to travel, pack people and travel, and we have not seen any benefit. So it is not because the military is weak. It is because of the reflection of poor governance.
All right. Okay. By the way, news just came to me that 11 of the 117 abducted victims, in Kaduna State have been rescued. Now, let's move on to the next story. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has ordered the closure of the Onitsha Main Market for 1 week after traders defied the state government directive to resume normal activities on Mondays. The order was issued on Monday during the governor's visit to the market, where he expressed disappointment over widespread compliance with the sit-at-home directive. Soludo warned that the closure could be extended to 1 month if traders fail to reopen after the shutdown, describing the action as economic sabotage driven by fear. He said the government would not allow public safety and economic stability to be undermined. Security agencies have sealed the market to enforce the directive. The closure highlights the state's intensified effort to end the Monday sit-at-home and restore economic activities, with the outcome expected to shape the future of Monday commerce across Anambra State. Don't also forget that the indigenous people of Biafra has praised Anambra residents for observing a sit-at-home protest in solidarity with its detained leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In a statement on Monday, the group described the action as peaceful and courageous, while criticizing Governor Chukwuma Soludo over alleged threat to shut market. IPOB insisted the protest was lawful and renewed its call for Kanu's unconditional release. Let's watch the video of Chukwuma Soludo making a statement.
Markets are open Monday to Saturday. If you are not prepared to open your shops Monday to Saturday, then leave Anambra, go to elsewhere. Simple. Period. Okay? So, this market will be shut down for the remainder of this week. It will not be open tomorrow. It will not be open on Wednesday. It will not be open on Thursday. It will not be open on Friday. It will open again on Monday. And if we come on Monday, and the
All right, so we've watched the video. Barrister Meme, I thought people have the right to open or close their shops whenever they like. You know, this statement by the governor, who is the, head of the state, of course, is it even legal? Does it have the constitution? Does he have the constitutional right to, declare such an order?
Very much, obviously, the governor has the constitutional power to do so. I am very, very conversant with Anambra and the Southeast, and I have repeatedly said that this sit at home is a wrong thing. It is the sit at home that is unconstitutional and is illegal. You know, you are having non-state actors dictating to the citizens, to the state, what and when they should observe public holiday and the rest of them. What the governor did simply shows that, though he's coming at almost, he has taken so much time to effect this kind of decision. And of course, other governors in the Southeast must take steps to do what he's doing. So if you say you want to sit at home, or you sit at home for 1 month and let's see how you can cope. I mean, the sit at home cannot in any way overturn a court judgment, even though many people are not so comfortable about the manner which the federal government has handled the Nnamdi Kanu issue. The sit at home cannot automatically, issue a court of appeal judgment or a Supreme Court judgment. So that is not in any way a sign of solidarity. What is a sign of solidarity simply means that people must unite among themselves and fight for what belongs to them.
Recently, Sunday Igboho was recently removed from the blacklist. Was recently moved from the government wanted list, rather. Now, in the particular report, we heard traditional rulers across the Southwest came together to make sure Tinubu, who is the president, removed Sunday Igboho, who was in exile before now, to remove him from the blacklist. Do you think such thing can happen in Nnamdi Kanu's case?
It is possible. Look, political solution is still possible in resolving the Nnamdi Kanu's issue. And don't forget that even though many people may not be so comfortable with so many things, Nnamdi Kanu was not just arrested today. He was one time arrested and he was granted bail. No matter what it is, there were some allegations of crime, and some of them were somehow attributed to his conduct.
So you're saying Nnamdi Kanu's case is different from Sunday Igboho's case?
For me, the scenarios are completely different. They are different in so many ways. Did you see Sunday Igboho declaring that a certain day should be sit at home in the Southwest? I mean, the Igbos should be smarter than what is happening to them today.
All right.
You cannot be sitting at home just because one man is arrested. If you want, there are so many ways. The same Igbos who refused to come out to protest when it was time to protest.
All right. Let me ask Esther these questions. Now, it's been reported that billions of naira, were lost in terms of revenue since the sit-at-home order started. Now, do you think Chukwuma Soludo's order and his anger is out of concern, or was that unnecessary?
I won't say it's unnecessary, because what he did it's for me. I think he's trying to stop this sit-at-home thing. It's gone on for way too long. They say when a law continues for over a year, it becomes a tradition. They're making it a tradition in the Southeast and all of that. So I don't think it's out of that. It's out of concern. It has gone on for way too long.
So you feel his anger, was justifiable?
It is.
All right, Mr. Shadrach, the sit-at-home once again has been going on for a while. Is it even a viable way of calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu? It's been happening and nothing has happened. Do you think it should continue? And perhaps, probably the federal government will consider, these people have been sitting at home too much. Let's find a way to release this guy. Can he be that effective?
I want to differ completely from the rest of our positions on this table, because the sit-at-home was not declared in perpetuity. they only said every Monday, let's not go out. They draw attention of the world because, yes, they are shutting down economic activity for a day. We are aware, government, we spend taxpayers' money conducting elections. There was a certain professor who has left INEC who conducted the worst election. Over 80% of the election was rerun. Taxpayers' money burnt. That is more than one day sitting at home in a week. That's an economic crime. But nobody talked about it. You see, for me, even though we don't justify non-state actors dishing out orders such as this, but the only way the people want to draw attention to the world, to their plight, is through this rhetoric. Because between Nnamdi Kanu and other say that are not the same. The way and manner federal government usually treat this case involving an Igbo man is not usually the same. I'm not an Igbo man, but it's very clear. History is there to show that when it involves an Igbo man, it's always different. This was a man that was arrested, legally arrested, for whatever crime. You have the courts. When he went, he got bail from the courts. He was waiting to reappear. 2 days to his appearance, Nigerian army went there to assassinate him in his house. He's on record. Nigerian army went to his house to assassinate him. There was an attempted murder attempt on him. His aged father and mother died as a result of the trauma fallout from that. People died in that compound. They bulldoze everywhere in that compound. The case is still there. So it's not always the same. He's been incarcerated in Sokoto. How did he come into the country? But once again, so you don't want the people of the southeast to follow the normal scenario to deal with the issue.
But has it been effective? The sit-at-home has been happening for a while. Have it changed anything so far?
It must. They are not doing it to change. I've told you the simple significance of the sit-at-home is to show where power belongs. No governor. In fact, a trader captured it very well. He says Soludo is only doing this because he's got second term in office. Why didn't he come out boldly to do this before a second term election? So they are all coward. The governors in the south.
All right. Please let's be less emotional with some of our thoughts, so we don't defame some people. But thank you very much for your contributions there. Let's move on to the next story. The All Progressives Congress APC has dismissed report suggesting plans to replace Vice President Kashim Shettima as President Bola Tinubu's running mate ahead of the 2027 general elections. In a statement signed by the party's National Publicity Secretary, Felix Moka, the APC described the claims as false, baseless, and purely speculative. The party said it had noted...
If you hire a CEO who on the 29th of May 2023 was elected into office, the next month he went for a working holiday in France and the UK. So it's troubling. That is where our concern should be, and not on.
All right. But Barrister Meme, Mr. Shedrack, he said it should not be a thing of concern. But do you think it should be a thing of concern? Do you think it's going to affect governance in any way in 2027, or the whole religious, sentiment as it connects to 2027
capacity to rule this country and bring about
secure a landslide?
You get inside, pack your things
outside. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. Don't bring anything out. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh my God!
Oga landlord.
Don't worry. Once I sell this property, I'm going to refund your money.
What is going on? So where do you expect me to sleep? Where do you expect me to go from here? How will I do now? Where will I even go from here? It's already late.
Have you heard of LJ in Nigeria? Do you know that you can report this case to LJ in Nigeria? Just go to their website now and report to them. Let's go to their website now. This is injustice. We need to report this to them right now.
Okay. Every day, Nigerians witness abuse of power, injustice, harassment, corruption, and threats. But many people do not know where to report it or who will listen to them. At LJ in Nigeria, you can report a violation. Whether you have experienced a violation or witnessed one, you can report any violation. LJ in Nigeria is providing a safe channel for you to report what's wrong. If it affects your rights, your safety, or your community, we want to know about it. Visit www.ljnigeria.org to report a violation or call the number on your screen.
Welcome back. Coming up, we'll take a closer look at some other trends making the rounds. A female point-of-sale POS operator was killed on Monday after a commercial coaster bus struck her near the Total filling station in the Berger area of the Federal Capital Territory. Eyewitnesses said the bus was being chased by officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSC) when the incident occurred. A commuter, Johnson, said the woman had arrived early for work and was crossing the road after buying food when she was hit. He alleged that neither the bus driver nor the pursuing FRSC officials stopped after the collision. The victim reportedly lay on the road until police officers from the Utako division arrived, by which time she had already died. Other witnesses, including traders and mechanics, confirmed that both vehicles sped away after the incident. Mr. Shedrack, this is an unfortunate incident. What do you think about the story?
Well, just 2 days ago, I was on my way to the office here, and I was running against time. What happened? This road safety officer had stopped our vehicle, not because our vehicle had any issue. They obviously were using us to block other people, and they caused traffic for over 5 minutes. And I was calling the men in uniform. I said, but this is wrong. No recourse to what you are doing to us. You have spent over 5 minutes because you want to apprehend other people who are abusers or whatever laws you think. Then when they finish, to my greatest surprise, no apology, no nothing, and I said, you can't even say sorry. If you are even using us to, effect some level of arrest, but at least it just showed the lack of training of most of our personnel. But I can bet you the poverty of the issue is write a proposal to them. Tell them you want to carry out simple training. Don't even demand pay and see what they will do. They will want to collect money for you to effect that training. That service you want to even offer free of charge to train their personnel on how to go about their businesses. There's provision in the budget, all of them, for training. They never will carry it out. Training that is meant for personnel, you have people up there will be attending, eating the money, and the people that are meant to put those knowledge to use are not be. So this is is unfortunate in life.
So how do they even take accountability for this incident? Because if it was the senator's daughter or any lawmaker's daughter, I don't think this issue will just be laid to rest like this.
Of course, what is that thing they are going to do that can atone for the life that is gone? Is it probably 200,000 like the last time we saw in Kano State, where people died and it offered 1 million naira to your household? So for me, if I'm a member of that family and you do that, I'll just throw the money at your face. But this is Nigeria again.
All right, but Barrister Membe, at this point, is law enforcement becoming more dangerous than the offense they are pursuing at this point?
Well, when you look at it, it's actually from the two side of the coin, because law enforcement agencies are there to enforce laws and order. Then you find a vehicle who refused to stop and decide to be on their own, and whatsoever be the reason, and they decided to run after such a vehicle, like what happened in this case, and that led to the death of this lady. It's quite unfortunate. But I think what is most important is that for road safety officials that are not in possession of ammunition and the rest of them, somehow we should also carry out trainings and social orientation on our people, ourselves too. People don't want to be stopped or be asked questions. And here and there you see people violating the traffic laws. And here you also see commuters who carry 2 passengers at the front, and no matter what you try to do, to sensitize them, they still, continue to default. This whole thing is, you somehow you blame the road safety officials for running after the vehicle. Then you also need to pass certain blame on the commuter who fails to stop for a check. So these are issues. All
right. Esther, a life is lost. What would you have to say to this?
Okay, so I would have to agree with what Barrister Meme already said. They were trying to enforce the law. There was an offender, right? But, the way these things happen most of the time, I think they're not doing it right. Just like Mr. Shedrack already said, they have to undergo some kind of training, yes, even though you stopped a vehicle and is trying to maybe get away or something, the chase in civilian areas where people are living, I don't think it's necessary. What law do you want? Nigeria is already a corrupt country. So if they're trying to get away and you're trying to go after them and you see that people's lives are danger, I think it's best you just halt.
All right, and I feel there are other ways, you can apprehend these people aside the hot chase and all that, assuming we have, CCTV cameras all over Abuja.
At least their plate numbers or something, rather than chasing after them and endangering the lives of citizens, because the chase might be going on for God knows what. She might have no idea what's going on. Okay, from the story I read, she was trying to cross.
She went to buy food.
So how is she supposed to know that an incoming car is on the run? So she just lost her life for going to work. It's really unnecessary.
All right. Thank you very much, Esther, for that. So that's it for today's edition of Trends on LJE News. Many thanks to Mr. Shadrach. Mr. Shadrach, thank you very much for your contributions to the program. Barrister Meme, of course, for your brilliant insight. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Once again, thank you very much, Esther.
Always. Thank you.
So to our viewers and listeners out there, make sure to follow, like, and share at LJE News on all social media platforms to stay in the loop and join the conversation ahead of our next show. My name is Omotola Adeleke. See you next time. Bye for now.
In terms of tackling security, there is lack of political will.
Beyond the headlines,
Who are the sponsors of insecurity in this country?
from breaking news to everyday conversations, this is where Nigeria's conversations begin.